And we're live.
Welcome back, folks. It's been a short while since the last episode of The Corner, but we're back and we are not better than a mule's asshole in 1879. That's why we're here, ready to talk. You're ready to take up some real shit. Man, maybe we should rename The Corner to Real Shit. I don't know. Like, I'm full of bullshit today. So, what you been up to, Troy?
Well, today I'm a little bit zoned out because I haven't had my coffee today. Because, you know, you ever get the feeling that you've been having so much coffee for the past 2 weeks? You haven't had a single day where you haven't had coffee and you feel like you're starting to be addicted, and then you just need a day without it, and then the day where you're like, yeah, I'm cutting out coffee today, but I feel like fucking shit because of it. That's
Well,
the day.
no,
That's
I,
the day for me today.
I can't say that I feel the same way regarding caffeine, but now you know that like every other week I don't even have a drop of coffee. Like every other week I'm working evening shifts at work at the warehouse,
Yeah.
and then I don't drink any coffee. I drink tea, mainly peppermint tea or mint tea, but I also tend to drink the blackberry teas because that's also like real good. Um,
But you don't
I
even
don't
you don't even have coffee in the morning, do you?
no man, no,
Wow. Holy shit.
because like in the morning, to get up, then I get up with my almost 2-year-old kid, and then he goes to daycare or and like I feed him, bathe him, clothe him, and all that stuff, and then put him to daycare, or drive him to daycare, or walk with him to daycare. Um, and then when I go home, then I am able to take a nap if I need it, right? If I only have like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, then I might take an hour nap when I come home. But if I have had 6 hours, then I'm not going to nap. Then I will just keep powering through the day and have something to eat, watch some TV, go for a walk with the dog, anything, right? To just to just keep going and not sit down. Because if you are in this state where you are tired and sleepy and stuff in the morning, and you just choose to sit down and do nothing, that's when you start going into that zombie state, like, right?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that you are actually able to make it run around with only 6 hours of sleep tops.
Yeah, no,
Like
no, not
like
no
like
problem, no problem.
I myself need at least 7,
No, man, no, no,
preferably 8 or even
no,
9.
no problem. I could get it to like run around and go around with like only 5 hours of sleep, if and I like big fucking emphasis on the word if here. If I have had 5 hours of uninterrupted sleep,
Yeah,
uh,
but
because
it's
I'll
still
take
it would
I'll
still be
take I'll
too
take
little for me though.
like that'd be like I
Uh,
like 5 6 hours of sleep if it's uninterrupted. It's like perfect. So then I can wake up, get some tea, get something to eat, do 100 push-ups, go for a walk, like get the juices flowing. And and then because like that's just my natural caffeine getting activated in the body.
Yeah, I
Uh,
just pulled it up here from the sleepfoundation.org, which says that National Sleep Foundation guidelines advise that healthy adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep per night. Babies, young children, and teens need even more sleep to enable
Yeah,
their growth
yeah,
and development. But yeah,
that's
so
true.
so most adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep
Mm,
in order to
Yeah,
function.
but you know me, man. I'm a damn superhero. So
Yeah,
I got my 5 hours of sleep, and then I'm ready to go. Um,
I think
but
I think like I think it might take a toll on your health in the long run though. So you might consider that when you get older, especially because older adults need also need
yeah, but like
quality.
I don't know, like
Uh,
because it
no,
all
actually,
depends.
they need about the same. They need maybe
Yeah,
1 hour less sleep, but still at least 7 hours.
it's not all about the duration of the sleep. It's also about how fast you can enter deep sleep stage. Because if you're able to enter deep sleep stage faster than others, then you don't need those 7 to 9 hours, because you're able to rest more,
Yeah, but
right?
then I would have to ask you to fucking please share it with the rest of us mortals here, because
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise you would just be a
I
selfish prick if you don't
I don't
share
I
it here.
no I don't know, like, because
What's your secret?
I've always had it really easy to go to sleep. Like all it takes for me is, like, like, especially if I have not had a drop of coffee during the day, then
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
then it's like no problem at all. It's like I can snap my fingers and I'll fall asleep. Because when I go to bed, I like start reading or start watching something on Netflix or something, but it will only go like 5-10 minutes before I start to think to myself, like, nah, I'm not going to fight this. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just I'm just going to go to sleep, and then I'll sleep, and then I'll enter deep sleep stage. Like, according, like, if I'm wearing a Fitbit watch or any smartwatch type that, like, monitoring my sleep, then I enter deep sleep stage really, really fast.
Mm.
So, like, I guess I'm, like, lucky that way, right? That I'm able to do that, because it makes it so that I don't have so much sleep to function in the day, right?
Yeah.
And like, that's all I can say about it. There's no secret to it. It's just, to let go, right? I think, like, that's the biggest issue that a lot of people that's trying to sleep do, is that, they have trouble letting go, and they think about all the bullshit that's happened that day, the fight with the boss, the squirrel with your wife, or, like, shit like that, right? And if you keep thinking about bullshit that don't really matter when you're about to sleep, um, then you're going to ruin your sleep. You're going to ruin your health,
Yeah.
right? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Good point.
So no, like, when it's all said and done, then, like, my advice to anybody having issues, and these issues that I'm describing right now, then just say fuck it when you
Of
go to
course,
sleep.
alcohol
Just
also affects your
yeah, yeah,
sleep.
yeah,
Like, doesn't
yeah,
even matter what amount,
yeah,
especially if you drink it like just a few hours before going to bed.
yeah.
It will also
But
have an influence on the
it
quality of the
will it
sleep.
will definitely. But yeah, like, just say fuck it when you go to sleep. Whatever bullshit I've experienced today, it doesn't matter, because any second, any hour, any day that I'm above ground and drawing breath is a motherfucking epic day, and that's the truth.
Mm.
You know,
It
that's the fucking
it
truth.
actually says here, like, I found an interesting graph here too.
Yeah, I saw it.
I can send. Yeah, okay, you saw it.
Like, you see, it is down to 5-6 hours for some.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
some, right?
Well, six is pretty much the lowest estimate on this graph for adults.
Yeah,
Um, and then your superhuman man
yeah,
might be able to go with six, or even 5.5 or 5.
Yeah.
But 4 must still be too little for you, even.
4 hours is the absolute minimum a human being can go and function.
Yeah, but
But
you won't feel good. Like if you had to go with 4 hours every day for a month, a night. Don't tell me that you would be getting a lot of productive stuff.
no, man, why the hell do you think there's so many suicidal folks out there in Japan? Because they work 20 hours a day and sleep 4 hours.
Fuck, man. Good thing we're not born in Japan, eh?
Yeah, man.
All right, so I don't know what you wanted to talk about, but like as you guys can see here, I'm a little bit anyway. I'm a little bit zoned out tonight.
Yeah, like no problem.
Of a lack of sleep.
No problem.
Just because I haven't had my coffee today, and I might be a little addicted to the.
I got tons. I want to like share with you folks and got my choice.
Let me finish, man. What the fuck?
I apologize.
Being interrupted here. So no, the point here is that I'm a little bit zoned out here tonight because I haven't had my coffee and I might be a little bit addicted to it. But I'm working on it, and it's not like I'm bad addicted to it either. Like I drink between 1 and 2 cups of coffee every morning. So that's it, like there's people that drink way more, or there's people that drink like 10 cups a day.
Yep.
In New York, but whatever, man. So I'm a little bit zoned out. So I'm just gonna fucking play this game here, Slither.io, while we will be talking about some other topics now.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What was the moment that bothered you the most today?
Probably.
Do you have any? Did you have any moment that bothered you today?
Actually, it did when I was going for a walk. Even though, like, usually when I go for a walk, that's clear. That's a nice clarification for me, because I clear my head and get out and you know all that stuff. But today was just a very weird day, very fucked up day, and while I was walking, I was just thinking of like I was just fucking seeing this whole row of fucking people in their cars, sitting behind a red light, gassing up the environment, and I was just like I just like was almost lost. Like, fuck, man, what are we doing as a civilization here? Like we're just producing more and more humans that just gas up the planet. With their fucking cars and their CO2 exhausts, and it just keeps growing and growing.
You know what's freaking funny about that?
But that's depressing.
What's freaking funny about that is that like it's not that long ago, since the damn government of this country was like, we gotta be ready for the green change. Gonna make this country green. Zero CO2, zero CO2, whatever, right? No pollution.
Yeah.
And then hits fucking Corona, right? And like think about it. How much fucking more plastic have we been using with Corona, huh? And polluting, right?
Man. Yeah.
That's what like so fucking funny about it, because now that we got coronavirus going on, right? Then those voices that is like talking about the green change and like being so fucking green, they're all of a sudden gone silent.
Yeah.
Where are they now? Huh?
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like when we have a global pandemic, and then the few people that would die from the pandemic are more important than the environment, which I guess, yeah, they are, sure. But then again, it's not just the environment that is affected. The quality of life for all the rest of us. I mean, we can't go out. We can't go to bars anymore.
but it just shows the short-sightedness of humans,
Yeah.
right? Because apparently, and that fucking confirms it, that how we act is that we don't give a shit before it's too late. We don't.
No.
It's the same of like I keep like seeing like like restrictions and shit, like just being opened up and stuff, because like now it's a downward trend in the infection numbers, so we can open up again. We're like really fucking quick to just ignore the fact if it's just like a small, if it, like it's like like if it's just a small finger out there that we can take, we take the fucking arm. An example on this is that Norway has chosen to close their borders now due to coronavirus, right? But hell if they're not gonna keep their damn pubs and bars open.
They are?
Yeah. So I'm like asking, like, what's the point of the closing the border if you have 50 people that can just stroll into a damn pub and order a pint?
Well, like there probably is a lot more
No.
Virus transmissions going on.
No, I discussed this with a colleague that had like a really good point about this, because that just shows that the politicians are in charge of like running with a popularity policy, right? Which means that like they kind of want to do what is safe, right? But they also want to make sure that the citizens is happy and satisfied with them, so they can get elected for another term, right? So they are like really doing this, but at the same time they're like making a huge gamble that it's not going to become like a massive outbreak or spread from that.
Yeah.
All in the name of politics, am I right?
Yeah, definitely, and it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. But then again, like now we're just doing what I did with my roommate earlier. Now we're just like concluding things. Yeah, this is like that, and that's just how humanity is, and blah blah blah. And then we wake up the next day and nothing has happened. Like,
no, I'm not concluding.
There's not a lot of solutions being thrown around here, and yeah, I mean that makes sense because we have no solutions because we're not experts. But that's just the kind of thinking that gets me down some days.
Yeah,
but actually, they have a word for this in German literature. It's called Kafkaesque, and they have a Breaking Bad episode is also called that. It's because Franz Kafka is an Austrian poet who frequently writes about this individual that is just stuck in a place where they feel the pain of the world, but they can't do shit about it.
Yeah, well, that is the sad truth about the damn fact, am I right?
Yeah, but the damn fact is still hurting you, and then you have the circle. So we gotta. Like, I don't know, there has to be some small solution we can say right now to the viewers right now to break this circle, because just for the past 5 minutes they've been listening to this and they are already
I got like a solution for everybody, and that is like simply stop worrying so much about money and about like chasing the big house and the big cars, right? And focus more about the things in life that makes you happy. Because if you can do that, your quality of life will improve significantly in no time.
Yeah, and that's what you hear a lot of people saying too, but that's very vague.
Well, okay, and I can try and be more specific, because it's like if you spend your life obsessing about getting that promotion at work, about getting that big check, about getting the big break, then that's what all your life is eventually going to consist of, right?
Yeah.
The damn chase. And that's not healthy. Not at all, right? And you could say that. You could say that, that like, oh, well, then I'll never be fucking rich, right? But the thing is that there isn't like really a definition of being rich except for what you make it, right?
Yeah,
Because you can be rich.
I completely
Yeah,
agree.
you can be rich on life, right? You can be richer than a guy having $10 billion on his account because you might not even obsess about it. You might be happy with like some shit that you can do, like going camping, going fishing, right? Or like traveling. All that stuff, right, can make you more happy than this billionaire who would be obsessing about that $10 billion every day and about how to make more.
Yeah.
And in the end of the day, if you have lived a fulfilling life, chasing these things that were in your reach, with like, for instance, like what I just mentioned, with like traveling or, like seeing the world, fishing, camping, like all this stuff, right? Then you will die a very fulfilled man because you were able to do all this stuff. You were able to like have a lot of experiences, right?
Yeah.
While the billionaire who's been obsessing about this $10 billion his entire life, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that fulfilling life because his life would have consisted of like working 90 hours a week, micromanaging, constantly looking for new ways to make money, new solutions to his firm or whatever, right? Unless he was like able to let go, right?
Yeah.
But I think, like, and that's just like my theory. That's not a conclusion or anything. But I just think that the more you have regarding wealth and resources, then the harder it is for you to let go.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
that make
Definitely.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I agree with the whole thing.
yeah.
It's just.
So again, like it is like kind of like, be careful what you wish for, because what you wish for could also destroy you in the damn end,
Yeah, yeah, and
right?
any other day, like I would
Yeah,
be I would be very agreeable and probably come with another speech on this very same thing and that
yeah,
supplements what you're talking about here. But then again, you do have these fucking days, and I mean, you always everybody has those days.
yeah,
You know,
man.
it's like
Yeah, man. We all have those days that we
yeah,
are deader than a mule's ass in 1879.
yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
but that's fine. That's fine. Because that's human. That's
Yeah,
human. Can't run on being like 10 out. Yeah,
it's just dangerous. Yeah, it's just dangerous to let those days take over and let those days accumulate.
yeah. But you just got to remember that it's all temporary, and it is
Yeah,
what you make it, right?
and also
Uh,
and at the same time you have to be sure that the things that you say and put out on these days will not create ripple effects to other people.
yeah,
Like for instance, like at the beginning where it sounded like a very depressing message. I hope that people will not take it for that, and that people have been listening this far along, so that they
no,
will
of course
know
they won't
that
take
this
it.
is just because I'm having a bad day, not because
Yeah.
I'm putting shit out there.
Um, I man, like that. Yeah, man. But that's how it is, man. But like I've experienced the same, where I've been down here, dead as a damn mule's ass, and you've been in 100, and I've been in one, right?
Yeah,
And that's true. Like we all have those days. Um, I, for one, like have had a fantastic day of another day at work, doing nothing but reading The Great Gatsby,
yeah.
right? And
Talk
yeah,
about
man. Like
that some more.
what?
Talk about that some more.
Yeah. But still, I feel more productive this day where I've done that than I've done any other day the last 6 months. You know,
Mm.
because
Yeah, but
because I
then
you know,
talk about the book, man. Because I mean, we still got like I don't know how long
you know,
we got. We got
because to
like
you guys that are like
15 minutes.
new to all this stuff, right? And then I work at a warehouse, right? And when the everything is like running at 100% and stuff, right? Then that line is just pumping out. The assembly line is just pumping out pallets. 1,500 euro pallets a day that needs to be loaded into trucks and sorted and fixed and making logistics papers on and so on, right?
Yeah.
And by doing so, like it's kind of like stressful unless you can manage the stress and be like, just being able to say, fuck it, just gonna load these damn pallets and I'm gonna go home. I learned to do that, but like it still is like that level of stress. It's still there because you have a work phone and you need to answer it, and you need to answer the mails and stuff. Um, but recently, I've learned to get a handle on that too, as I've just chosen to say fuck it, and I've handed the phone over to the youngest dude working on my shift.
Mm.
Um, so like it's just like about like taking a little bit short and stuff. But enough of that. It's that there's nothing to do right now, and I'm embracing that because it's allowing me to pursue other shit that I've always wanted to do, like reading these books and stuff. Because if you're working a 9 to 5 job, especially like this, and you have a family and you have other shit that you need to take care of, um, then getting time to read that book can be difficult to find. You know.
Yeah, but I see like you were also a little bit zoned right there because that was you completely missed my question.
What was your question? Because like, it's not
What
that I missed it.
I just asked if you could tell a little bit about the book, and then you went off on a rant.
Well, yeah, okay, man, okay, sorry about the book. Yeah, man. Like, I'll tell you about the book. It's The Great Gatsby. It's made a movie depiction of it, with Leonardo DiCaprio in the main role, and it's a really interesting movie and book. Like I haven't read that much about it yet, but like I can tell you like what I have read, and that is that. Oh, by the way, the author is Scott Francis
Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I remember
anyways, like
I read The Artful Edit by Susan Bell, a very good
yeah,
editor of books. Not She's not an author, but she made this great book, The Artful Edit, where she describes a lot of these strategies you can use to edit books.
yeah,
And the example book was The Great Gatsby. So yeah, I know a lot of these techniques. Of course, I can't
yeah.
possibly remember them tonight. But yeah, continue.
Anyways, so we are finding ourselves in the setting of Long Island, New York, in the Jazz Age, right? And like our main man is a guy that's been to the war. He comes from a wealthy family, and he has now chosen to go into bonds because he believes that like that's magically going to make him super rich, like J.P. Morgan rich, right? So
Mm.
he just decides to rent this house, or having his dad fund him to renting this house on Long Island for $80 a month, which comes with like a Finnish maid and all kinds of stuff. And then he buys like all of these books, like of stocks and bonds and stuff. But like I just like I really love how this has like been written because it's realistic as fuck that a dude that comes from a rich family with loads of resources would think that something like that would be easy because everything that he has gotten in his life has been easy. right?
Yeah.
He hasn't had to fight for a thing that he has ever. So no, like he just buys this and then that's it, right? And he moves to that house, like I said, and he has like a couple of friends on Long Island, um, and you know, like and then it's also something that he's in awe of all his friends' houses because like they are all big mansions. They're all like 3,000. They're all like 7,000 feet mansions on Long Island with swimming pools, and marbles, and you know like crazy shit, motorboats, and you're like you might think that like oh well you know having a motorboat that's not a big fucking deal, right? But you gotta think back. We are in the fucking 1920s, right?
Oh yeah.
Having a motorboat in the 1920s
That was like
that would
having a
make
yacht
yeah,
today.
man. Yeah, exactly. That would make you freaking god, man, to have a motorboat.
Yeah.
So, like it's like things like this that makes the book great, and I just keep reading and reading because I'm just like I'm baffled
Yeah.
over the way that he describes things, the way that he describes the other characters, right? The way that he describes that he might be jealous of his friend Buchanan, I think his name is, right, which is a
Yeah.
buff polo player that also comes from a really rich family and has gone around the world to play polo and hang out with other rich kids. Um, you know, and then you know like he's just describing it and saying that you know like this feeling that this guy is like saying with his eyes, don't feel bad that I'm more of a man than you. Right. Even though the guy haven't even opened his mouth yet, but you know, like that's what he's feeling. That the body language and the eyes are saying, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, like it's shit like this that make the book great. Now I don't remember the movie. I have seen the movie, but I don't remember it. But I do believe that that Gatsby is a fictional character even in the book, right? And that it is a character or pseudonym that our main man chooses to take because he is everything our main man wants to be, you know.
Yeah.
And it's easier to pretend to be something than to actually become it,
Yeah.
right? Because you know you live the lie long enough, then maybe it becomes true, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that you know, like that's what's going to happen. That like he's going to assume the identity of this fictional character Gatsby and build up, you know, the mysterious aura around him, you know, and that's going to attract the attention, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so because then he eventually gets more popular and scholarly attention by everybody because everybody would be like, who the fuck is that? Who's Gatsby? Who lives in that house? You know. So yeah, man, like man, that's it. Like I don't really have much else to come with, like unfortunately, because I've only read like 10 pages of the book so far, but
Well,
man, I am enjoying it so far.
yeah. And I mean, it is. There's a reason why Susan Bell, the editor, of the or no, the author of the book, The Artful Edit, has chosen this book as an
Yeah,
example of great editing because, as I believe, one thing I remember from it was that apparently Fitzgerald is very good at writing details and writing dialogue,
yeah.
while his editor Perkins is much better with the overview and actually has a much better macro perspective on the whole thing,
Wow.
or had when he was editing it. So
Uh,
they had to like do this great cooperation together in order to make the book.
yeah.
So that was interesting to read, I think. Oh
Yeah.
shit! Oh wow! Holy shit! There's a lot happening.
I mean, I'm like scrolling down here and reading at the same time, and apparently Fitzgerald lived on Long Island himself.
Yeah.
And he really got accustomed to this affluent lifestyle in Long Island. You know, like being at a really exclusive island for the rich and the elite, right?
Yeah.
So he said that it was both seductive and repulsive to be in this environment.
Yeah.
And Fitzgerald, also a lot like our main man Gatsby, always exalted and viewed the rich in awe. You know, being like, oh man, I want to suck your dick. No, not like that,
No.
but
Yeah.
you know, like you get what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like driven for like the love for all this shit that he wanted to do because it
Yeah.
was the symbol of everything that he wanted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, interesting shit, really interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, to all you motherfuckers out there that don't read, then you gotta stop. You just gotta stop.
There's
And you gotta
nobody. There's nobody who doesn't read though.
nobody that doesn't read.
There's
But,
people that don't read novels.
okay, everybody of you motherfuckers out there that don't read novels, you gotta stop and take a breath and look at this shit in a new light.
Even people who are blind can still read audiobooks.
Yeah.
Or read music. If you just listen to a song, that's also reading the lyrics with your ears. So,
Yeah, man.
Reading is a
Yeah,
lot
man.
of things. But yeah,
Let go.
to all the people that don't read novels. So what was your message?
What's like the best novel that you have ever read?
The best novel I've read is Harry
The best
Potter.
novel. Really?
Yeah, or Harry Potter. I believe I didn't read the first ones because I was not old enough. Actually, I did get the first one, the Philosopher's Stone, written aloud to me by the dude. Like we in Denmark we have these fritidshjem, these after school places where you go when like after school, and you go hang out there until your parents come pick you up. And there was
to get this straight for the record, is this like a home for abused kids in Denmark?
No. What the fuck, man?
Oh, okay, man. Like I'm just like fucking rant. I'm just going over a rant here. You know,
It is just as common as what we call after school. Right?
Okay.
Like most children in Denmark go there. They're like it's just a place where you hang out. Like
so you all
2 or 3 hours until your parents get home from work.
So you all got that like it's a home for abused, amputated kids.
No. Not at all.
Okay.
I may be zoned out, but I can tell you that's not at all what that is.
Okay. Man.
And me saying not at all now sounds like I'm joking, but no. Like seriously though, it is just like a fucking like. Chill place where you go after your school before you.
Yeah, I know. I just had to test you and see if you were still there, mentally. Yeah. But you are. That's good.
Like,
That's good.
It took a lot of brain capacity to say seriously there, but. Yeah. But anyway, like so there was this cool leader of this place who was like he wasn't much older than I am now. Actually, I think he was a little younger than I am now, and so he was probably 25, and he would read the Philosopher's Stone in Danish to me and a bunch of other people. And that's what got the whole fucking saga started for me. And then I believe the second one I watched a movie. I didn't read that one, but the third one, No, actually, I don't
The
remember.
third one was a great book, The Prisoner from Azkaban.
Yeah, no. The second one and the third one I watched as a movie. I never read those, but the fourth one I read, and the fifth and everything from the fourth one and up I read,
Yeah,
and especially the fifth one. That's a big fucking motherfucker of a book. That's a Moby Dick.
yeah.
That's 900 pages in Danish. So
Wow,
that took me half a year to get through that because I was like 12 when I read it.
wow.
But
Can I interrupt you for like a second and ask you to hit the pause button for like 2 minutes,
why?
as I need to use the restroom.
Yeah, nah, but I'll just fucking. It's fine.
You just okay.
Like Joe Rogan doesn't press
Okay,
pause
man. Then
either.
then you talk a little bit and talk about like the
Uh,
game that you're playing and stuff while I go to the bathroom. Meanwhile.
all right. So as you guys can see here, I've been failing for a bunch of times now while Pat was talking there, but basically what this game is about, it should be pretty obvious if you have watched along, and if you haven't, it's basically just a buffed up version of Snake, where you just eat these things, get longer, and then of course the buffed up version is about that you are also playing with other people. So you're basically playing online. You can play it too. It's called slither.io. Big shout out to that. It's pretty fun. Pretty chill to just zone out too. Oh fuck. And sometimes you can there's some strategy to it. For instance, you can like when you press forward, then you go like you use your arrow keys obviously, and when you press forward, you go faster, like I did there. Boom. And some of the strategies could be that if you run into another person or another snake played by another person, which there we have it, then you could, for instance, do. Now he's headed away. Then you just you just do like this, and then you cut them off. Of course, I failed miserably there because I'm zoned out today. But yeah, like he did there. He could easily have cut me off there. But other than that, the strategy is just to stay close to the big snakes and hope they die, and then when they die, they turn into a lot of dust so that you can grow quickly. But this one seems to be in control. There we go. Oh, that's even better. See, that's what I'm talking about. Except that there's, of course, you have to be careful as well when the big snake dies, because then you know that there's another snake in the other end that's also gobbling up the orbs. So then the probability of dying is big if you rush into it. But other than that, you just have to. Oh, there we have it. Whoa, shit! And see, there we can. I'm rusty in this game. Rusty and zoned out tonight. But I'll just keep playing until the host of the corner gets back from his toilet visit. Because we just keep going on the corner. Even if we're zoned out, we just keep going. And now, as you can see, we're in a nice place, nice position here. There's a bunch of snakes here. All we need to do is just make sure that we don't run into them. And there we have a bunch of stuff there. Ooh, that's nice. A big fucking graveyard of snakes. And now I actually managed not to die. So that's pretty cool. But of course they might be circling me. Yeah, they are. They might be circling me. There we go. Ooh, 1300. I don't think I've actually been on this much tonight. Could be wrong though. Fuck, and then you die. So it's a patience game, or a game about patience. Eventually you will get there. The top one is Julia. Sounds sexy. With 30,000 points. Julia is such a I don't know what type in the comments what female names you think are sexy. Like to me, Julia is, I mean, Romeo and Juliet. So yeah, Julia is definitely a sexy name. Anyway, we will just be, these fast flying orbs are also giving quite a lot of points. I could try to circle one of these small ones, but I don't think I'm not long enough for that yet. Oh, there's some stuff. Of course, there's some snakes in the mix.
Hey, Cholos! It's your main man, Pat, who's back from the toilet. What's up?
Yeah. In the meantime, I just cut off a snake there. And,
Oh man, you're still talking about that snake game?
yeah,
Wow.
actually, I managed to be talking fairly much about the game for the past 5 minutes with only a few pauses. So.
Wow.
So I think that our viewers are very much experts in strategies of Slither.io now. You can watch it when this episode goes up. I don't know when that will be. Probably tomorrow or the day
Tomorrow, yeah, man, tomorrow.
or Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will see. But yeah, I don't know. But now I'm at this point where I don't really know what more there is to say about this game, except that I will try to circle this little snake right now. You know, when you circle a snake, you make sure that they can't escape. But
Yeah.
that didn't work right there. Yeah, maybe
So,
maybe this one? No. Yeah, okay, I died. Anyway, so should we just end it now, or?
Yeah, we can end it now. I just want to give it a big shout out, my main man, or not my main man, but I want to shout out to my man JC, Kanye West, and my main man, Joe Biden. I always believe in you, Biden.
That is quite a posse you got there.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
No, stay tuned, folks, because next time we might get all these three people in the same room.
Wow, if you get Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Joe Biden in a room and interview them on the corner, I will drop everything I have going on here in Aarhus and come down there.
Yeah, then it's settled. I hereby invite Joe Biden, Kanye West, and JC to join me for an episode on the corner.
Alright, man.
Alright. Peace out, folks. Remember to subscribe the shit out of this channel.